And now, as the dice roll, brought to you today by the Space Corporation. We take every common Earth product imaginable and add the word space in front of it. That's what we call copyright avoidance, or should I say, space copyright avoidance. The Space Corporation.
Previously on Cautious Optimism.
So the plan was that Liliana and Kyan were going to go and keep an eye on the crew in the bar.
Yes.
And the captain and Hank were going to go into the ship.
Correct.
And I was going to stay outside the ship and keep an eye on things.
Yes.
We know that there are 2 life forms aboard the ship. There's the Matorb, who we're trying to break out, and then there's 1 human.
Ooh, what is this game? I've never played this before.
Hey, you there! What are you doing behind that box? Puts his hand out and says, wait, we need to talk to station security. You're not supposed to be here.
He's a maintenance man who put his hand on my crew. I punch him.
2 security officers walk into the cargo bay.
This is going really well.
Got a plan, you guys. I've got a plan.
Hello, Cautious Optimism.
Aurora Borealis Shand.
A human woman.
I'm not interested in selling this ship.
She has a huge smile on her face.
She's very important to me.
Hank Crawford.
Engineers.
Bad news, good news. Bad news, fuel leak.
Coming and going from the spaceport.
Good news, I found duct tape.
Kyan Brunt.
A Matorb.
I am a doctor.
A 9-foot-tall, 4-armed creature.
I don't care if they call me, hey you, just let me do my job.
Rico.
Humanoid.
I'm observing you.
Cat person.
It's for science.
Liliana.
An Evo.
I don't know if you know, but I'm famous.
A species capable of psionic powers.
We are going to be the best of friends.
Thank you, Cautious Optimism. Welcome to the station. Two security folks have just walked in the room and have said, everybody freeze. What's going on here? The maintenance male turns and says, we found this one loitering around the cargo bay. And then this lady came off the ship, and this ship it's not either of their ships, and we don't know why they're in here.
Who's in charge here? I say to the securities.
One that has already spoken says, I am.
No, I am. I'm in charge of these maintenance morons. What are you doing down here? You're supposed to be in Sector 2.
Oh, God.
Bama, make a deception roll. That's intelligence -4 if you don't have the deception skill.
You mean IQ?
I'm sorry, IQ -4. Yep. That is correct.
No. Fell by 1.
Oh, so close.
Oh, but wait. You know what? You get a bonus because of the costume you're wearing. I'm going to say that costume would give you at least a +1, probably a +2. So you succeed.
Nice.
The security guy in charge looks at you and says, these 2 are working with you?
Well, not directly for me, but I was in the staff meeting this morning, and they were certainly supposed to be in Sector 2, not over here.
The maintenance guy that first spotted Rico says, wait, what do you mean Sector 2?
Have you already forgotten how this place is laid out? What is wrong with you? You're fired.
You can't fire me. In my team, we don't use sectors.
Security, take him away. Take him away.
Okay, well, make another deception roll, and this time you don't get a bonus, because this is a big swing you're taking.
Success by 1.
He should still get a +1.
No, without that, success by 1, get out of here.
Success by 1.
Excellent.
Rolled a 7 out of 8.
Oh, my goodness. The security guy looks at you and looks at the other security guy and says, I don't know what's going on. This is highly unusual. You 2 are both in maintenance, but you're not on the same team?
I'm their boss's boss.
Okay. The other maintenance guy says, I've never seen him before in my life. I don't know what he's talking about. And okay, I'm going to have to make a It's not a deception roll. He's just telling the truth. Oh my goodness.
Truth roll.
Yeah, truth roll. The security guy is going to make an intelligence roll to see if he understands what's actually happening or not.
Suggest he plays dumb. My next step is not friendly.
Okay, so he succeeds by 1, but Bama, you succeeded on your deception by 1, right?
Correct.
So that's a tie.
Bama wins on a tie.
This is a new roll.
Isn't this a reaction roll, though? So shouldn't he have gotten another +1?
Ooh.
Okay, so the security guy turns to his partner and says, take these 2, indicating the actual maintenance employees. Take these 2 down to security. We're going to have to talk to them and interrogate them. And the security guy is freaking out, saying, she took a swing at me. What? And the 2 security people take the 2 actual maintenance people away.
As they pass Kyan in the hall, he just takes his hat and puts it behind him.
Yes, as they're walking out, and you see this happening, and you quickly take off your hat. And what, you just saunter by casually?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, Kyan, as you enter the room, it's just Hank and Rory and Rico standing in the fully illuminated cargo bay.
He just walks in.
Hello. What's up?
I say to Hank, you lucky sumbitch.
I learned from the best, Captain.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm very sorry about that, Captain. They snuck up behind me. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I suggest we should return to our original plan as quickly as possible, since you've been onto and now come off that ship. Did you get what you needed? You don't have the Matorb.
No, I don't. In fact, I say we all get back on the ship and look for that Matorb while we make sure that the guy who's still on that ship stays in the room he's in.
I hope he didn't hear any of the noise.
It'll serve him best if he didn't.
Okay, so we're all going aboard the ship now?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Well, then I think we should move quickly, because I don't think that ruse is going to hold very long.
As we walk onto the cargo bay, I point to the 2 doors I've already checked. I go, don't have to check those. We still have to find the Matorb.
Okay, so do we know where the one guy on the ship is? Not the Matorb guy, but the other guy?
Sounded like he was in the engine bay, Kyan.
Is there a way we can lock him in there? Like if he can't come out?
I can see what I can do with their computer systems, but he's going to know their system better than I do.
Can we wedge a chair in front of the door?
Yeah, like, can we just lock him in?
It's a Star Trek style sliding door.
Oh, no! I have my dolly. I can just weld the door shut.
Yes, that is physically possible.
I want to pull up on the terminal the layout of the ship so I know where engineering is, or wherever he might be.
When you're accessing it from a computer on the ship, that wouldn't be classified. So you can see in the back of the ship is the large cargo bay that you guys are already in with ramp access. The next room over is engineering, then the airlock, and then a staircase leading up to the 2nd level.
So do we have to go through engineering to get...
No, there's a hallway that goes
through
this. So yeah, engineering is off of that main hallway.
So I'd run up to the 2nd level.
While I begin fashioning a weld closure for engineering.
Rory's just booking it down the hallway to go up to the 2nd floor. Hank is welding the engineering door shut. Rico, what are you doing during all this?
I mean, I guess we all know where the kind of hidey holes are, so I guess, are we just sort of nosing around?
I think Captain Rory already told you that she checked all the hidey holes in the cargo bay.
In the cargo bay. I don't know what we'd be doing, to be honest, whilst we were waiting for the other guy to be sort of secured. We've turned the cameras off only in the cargo bay, not in the whole ship.
No, I meant the whole ship when I told him to do it. Did he just do the cargo bay?
Hank succeeded well enough to have done the whole ship, sure.
Okay, so, I mean, I'll just be looking for the things that we're looking for, I suppose.
So are you going with Rory up to the 2nd floor?
I would have said we got to check the 2nd floor out loud to both her and Kyan.
Okay, so then we would have gone with... Sorry, I think my cat distracted my attention at a vital moment, so I slightly lost what was going on there. But if my captain has told me to do something, I will be doing it.
Fair enough. And Kyan, is that true for you too, going up to the 2nd floor with Rory and Rico?
I'll go wherever the group is going.
Okay.
Especially since Rico just massively fucked up in the cargo bay, so definitely she's going to be following instructions to the letter now.
She probably would have landed the punch, though, let's be fair.
She's not great in a fight. Anyway, yeah, we're upstairs.
When you get up the stairs, going to the left is the bridge. Going to the right, you see a hallway that goes down the length of the ship, and the first door is the captain's quarters, and then there's more doors further down.
And we did say that we thought the treasure was going to be near the captain's quarters or in the captain's quarters, and that the Matorb would probably be also nearby as well.
You theorized that the treasure would be in or near the captain's quarters. Yeah, the Matorb, okay. I'm not sure that you were so sure about.
Yeah, my notes let me down on where we thought the Matorb was, but definitely we thought the treasure would be around here.
Wait, can we ask Shipcom to scan the ship?
You can certainly ask.
Shipcom, scan the ship and look for the prisoner Matorb, please.
Beep, beep, boop. Matorb life signs are detected weekly on the second floor. There's some kind of shielding that makes it impossible to tell exactly.
Weekly? We need it today. I know what you meant. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And don't call me Shirley.
So yeah, let's get into the captain's quarters.
All right. The captain's quarters are locked.
What sort of lock is it?
It is an electronic lock.
We need Hank's electric lockpicks. Okay, so I'm going to run back down and ask Hank for his electric lockpicks. Maybe you should go and get the Matorb?
Yeah, we're going to try the other rooms.
And then we'll meet back up by the captain's quarters?
By the captain's quarters. Yeah.
Okay. Hank, make an engineering roll to see how well you've done welding that door shut.
Success by 3.
So as Rico comes up and starts talking to you about the electronic door locks, you finish your welding, and you're pretty confident it's as good as you're going to get it.
Hank, I need your electric lockpicks. The captain's quarters are locked.
I'll hand her the pouch.
Thank you. Is lockpicking a skill that you have specifically?
It is.
Or is it just using the lockpicks?
I mean, it is a skill.
I think he just used the lock.
Yeah, we just used them before. It's not quite the same as a physical lockpick, so I don't know. We didn't roll anything, I don't believe.
Well, it would be a hacking because it's an electronic lock.
Yeah, okay, so I've got computer hacking, that's fine. So if we're happy that it's computer hacking, then Rico can use the electric lockpicks without needing to bring Hank.
Yes.
So she's just going to take the lockpicks. Thank you, and shoot off back up the stairs.
Okay. While Rico was doing all that running around, Ryan and Rory were proceeding down the hallway, right? Exploring some more, looking for the Matorb.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so after, let's see, where are we at?
Todd has a map, I can tell.
I do.
Yep. We're about to win the game. That's where we're at. Come on.
Okay. Captain's quarters. After the captain's quarters, there's several just general crew quarters. All the doors are very close together, so you surmise they're very small. After passing them, you get to the common area and kitchen. And as you pause briefly in the common area and kitchen, you can tell that the next room over is the sick bay, and the hallway goes down to one more room after that you can't see from here. Do you want to keep going, or what do you want to do here?
Go to the sick bay.
Okay. Kyan, make a perception roll as you enter sick bay.
10 out of 12.
Okay. So this sick bay is surprisingly well stocked. They have top-of-the-line medical equipment, scanners, a fully stocked drug cabinet, state-of-the-art zappy paddles. There are 3 cryopods. It's a great sick bay. Like, you're probably totally jelly. And with a successful perception roll, you can see that one of the cryo bays is active.
Oh, wow. Captain over here, and he signals to the cryopod.
Does it have a window? Can we look inside it to see if the Matorb's in it?
Yep, but in classic sci-fi tradition, it's frosted over, so you have to wipe the frost away with your hands.
Condensation, even in space. Gotcha.
Yep, that's just how movies work. And so once you do that, you can look inside, and sure enough, there is a Matorb unconscious in the pod.
Are cryo bays detachable and, can they turn into gurneys? Can we get the whole bay out of here?
They can be removed, but it's a process. It's a lot of work. And they don't operate once they've been unplugged from the ship.
So I turned to Kai and wake him up. Let's go. We got to get out of here.
How difficult is... I mean, he would know how to do that. Joe has no clue how that's going to work.
Make a medicine roll.
12. So success by 2.
You go to the cryopod and you push all the appropriate buttons. And there's a brief pause. And then... And the pod opens up. And it's at an angle so the Matorb doesn't just fall out of it or whatever. He's reclined in there. But yeah, a whole bunch of like smoke and steam or whatever is released. And you feel a rush of cold as it opens up. But it is successfully opened. And in your medical opinion, it is going to take him some time to come fully to consciousness. But the process was successful, so he's working on it.
Is there a hover dolly? Thank you.
A hover gurney somewhere?
There is a hover gurney, yes.
Okay, so we're going to position him onto the hover gurney, and Kyan is going to say, I need to get him back to the ship.
Go.
Are you okay with me going?
Yes, go.
He's going to take off.
So, as Rico is coming down the hallway heading to the captain's quarters, you see coming in the opposite direction, Rico, is the hover gurney with a big old Matorb on it coming down the hallway at you.
Okay, well, she gets out of the way. Oh, perfect. You found the Matorb.
He's totally going to high-five her as he passes.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. See you back at the ship.
Okay, and because it's a hover gurney, it navigates the stairs leading down to the bottom level just perfectly fine. Thank goodness it doesn't have those old-timey wheels on it.
Yes, it's a hover gurney, not a Dalek, so we're all right.
Rico!
Okay, I'm going to roll for using the electronic lockpicks. Oh, fuck. She failed by 2. Can she have another go?
You can, but hold on. You failed by 2. The camera pans over to the bar.
Oh, no.
Liliana, make a perception check.
Well, first, as soon as Kyan left,
okay,
Liliana would have typed into her little smartphone or watch or whatever she has and sent an anonymous message to the paparazzi that Liliana is at the bar.
Okay. So while all that stuff was happening, a whole crowd of people have come into the bar with cameras and camera phones and whatnot. And I feel like the bouncers at the bar are working overtime trying to keep people out. The bar is now at capacity, and they're trying to keep people out, and they're creating a barrier, and it's a huge commotion. Go ahead and make your perception roll, please.
Okay. Oh, fail by 3.
Camera flash in her eyes.
She's a little distracted.
So yeah, Liliana, you are just enthralled by the attention, all the fans taking selfies with you and getting autographs, and that's it. You're just having a nice time.
Well, hopefully they're kind of blocking the door.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be difficult to navigate around how crowded it is for sure. Okay, camera pans back to Rico. You can go ahead and make another try.
5, 6, 7, 8. Success by 4. She had them the wrong way round before because she's not used them before. Oh, yeah, the positive terminal to the red bit. Yeah, sure. Yeah, she cracked it.
Now, I know that you got a success and it was a brilliant success, but the door doesn't open immediately. What you see on the terminal is it's asking for the passcode, and when you succeed, the numbers start to fill in automatically. 2, 3, 5, 7, and the computer is asking you for the next 3 numbers.
I interrupt. Forget it. Let's get off of here. Let's go get Hank. I've got an idea.
Okay.
We don't want to get caught on this thing.
No, we don't. Okay.
Remember, what was it? 247 set? Remember that?
2357.
2357.
2357.
2357. All right. And so I'm running down to get Hank.
Okay. Hank, as you see Captain Rory coming towards you, the door indicates beep, 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 as if it tried to automatically open, but couldn't. Then you hear a loud cursing noise from behind the door, like somebody dropped a bunch of bad words. And Rory, you get to Hank about this time, and you can hear cussing from behind the door.
So I say, where just he can hear me, get your stuff, we're leaving now. We are leaving now.
And I grabbed my archaic dolly with wheels.
Very good.
And Hank, you would have seen Kyan earlier go past you with the Matorb on the dolly, so you know that you got the Matorb out.
He also high-fived him on the way past.
Absolutely.
Just like in Ocean's 11. So Hank's got his wheel dolly. Hank and Rory are heading out. Rico, did you go with Rory down and to exit them?
Yes, I did, but probably whilst going, but Captain, I recognise this number sequence.
It doesn't matter. We'll come back to it. We can't get caught here.
Do you know what the number sequence is? I didn't. No clue. I don't do the maths. Hello, I'm Joe Hogan, editor of As the Dice Roll. I hope you're enjoying episode 50 of Cautious Optimism. That's right, we have officially reached episode 50. We're very excited. And to celebrate 50 episodes of our spacefaring GURPS campaign, we bring you audio issues. Because you're never really a podcast until you have a major audio issue. It's kind of a rite of passage. So, we were trying a new recording method, and it was really good for most of it, but it got a little robotic there towards the end of Act 1, and then we lost Todd's audio for Act 2. Luckily, Raven had a secondary recording going, so we saved it. But it wasn't individual sound files, so I've cleaned up Act 2 as much as possible. It's not terrible, but if you're wondering why there's a little more talking over each other in the rest of the episode, it'll give you a little idea of what the audio sounds like before I edit. So really, we're just giving you a behind-the-scenes treat for episode 50. Now, if you want to hear some seasoned podcasters doing their thing with no audio issues whatsoever, may I recommend the latest episode of Mating Habits of the Modern Geek. In the latest episode, I co-host with Kelly, and we talk about secret cake. You have to listen to the episode to understand, but everyone I've mentioned it to has opinions. So, go check that out. On my podcast, Geektitude, we are doing a rewatch of the X-Men franchise movies. Our last episode was on the 2000 X-Men film, and we will have a new episode about X2 coming out on February 13th. You can find Todd and Lindsay on their podcast, Nerdberg Review, and Todd is also on Farming Simulated with Bama. And, of course, you can find Raven on her podcast, Girls Gone Wow. And if you want to chat with us in real time, head over to Slack. You can find the Geek to Geek Media Slack by going to the Contact Us tab of the network website at geektogeekmedia.com. And while you're there, you can also join the Geek to Geek Media Discord server. You can follow us on Twitter at AsTheDiceRollRP, on Instagram at AsTheDiceRoll, or send us an email at podcast@asthedicerollcast.com. That's it for me this week. I'll be back here next Friday, February 11th, with the next episode of What Is Not, and then again on February 18th with the next episode of Cautious Optimism. Until then, let's see if the crew can get back to their ship without getting caught. Right after a quick commercial break. When toxic culture has you down.
When you're just looking to laugh and have fun.
Kick back and enjoy watching a video game.
Or just make some new friends.
It's time to visit the Geek to Geek Media Network,
a community of podcasters, streamers, and bloggers.
Well, more of a family than a community.
All dedicated to geeking out about the things we love. Things like
video games,
Star Wars,
comics,
movies,
K-pop,
Disney Plus,
Keanu Reeves,
No.
Or whatever our community decides is the next best thing.
That's right. We have a great online community on Slack and Discord where we chat about our weekly geekery with listeners and viewers.
And each other.
Yep, and each other in real time. And we can't wait for you to join us.
So come check us out at geektogeekmedia.com.
And escape toxic fandom for something much more...
Keanu?
Yes, Keanu.
Everybody's leaving the ship.
Yes.
Okay, you guys got out of there really fast. So I'm going to say that you guys have gotten far enough away from the cargo bay to be in a more common area where there's lots of miscellaneous other people walking around. When you all take notice of a male Bratum walking hurriedly towards the cargo bay that you guys just left, flanked by a bunch of people that look like his crew.
Immediately want to find someone who's in security. You guys go back to the ship.
Kyan can put his hat back on.
Go back to the ship.
We go.
Yeah.
And then I think at some point Kyan will have radioed Liliana to get back to the ship.
Liliana probably doesn't even notice.
Rico, are you also going back to the ship?
Yeah, if that's what we've been instructed to do.
Yeah, I've instructed the whole crew to go back to the cautious optimism immediately.
Yeah, that's the instruction we were giving. That's what we're doing.
I just want to make sure people are following the instruction or not.
Yeah,
Hank, are you
still
going?
following very, very, very closely.
I don't know. I feel like I need to stay with the captain.
Okay. And Kyan, I'm sure you are because you've got the dolly with the dude on it, right? So yeah.
Yeah. And so
you left before everyone else. So you're a bit ahead anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounded like Hank was going to hesitate and stay with the captain as Rico's heading out.
Correct.
Yeah, Rico's going to jog and catch up with Kyan if she can.
Okay. Yeah, I think you could do that. Kyan is very strong, but I don't know that he's terribly fast, and he's pushing the dolly and everything. So yeah, I'm sure you could catch up.
He has the quirk cautious, so he's moving as fast as he can without jostling the Matorb too much.
All right. Well, that would make it very easy for Rico to catch up.
Yes.
Okay, so Rory, yeah, there's a security guard on patrol just walking down the hallway. It only takes you a couple of minutes to find him.
Run up to him and go, come here. You see that ship over there? Some guy on that ship just tried to sell me drugs. They're hidden in his cargo bay. There's a little hidden door at the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just walking through. I heard that Ileana was going to be at the casino, and so I was trying to get there, and he stopped me, and I told him I didn't want any, but I thought you'd want to know. It looks like they're about to leave.
Do you know what kind of drugs they were?
I think they were drugs. It was some sort of white powder in a bag. I don't know drugs. It just looked like drugs to me. He was whispering to me when he offered them to me. I don't know.
Make a deception.
It's not a deception.
You weren't actually offered. Nobody actually tried to sell you drugs. I know there were drugs or what you think are drugs, but nobody whispered in your ear and tried to sell them to you. So
God, I hate this place. Okay, all right.
I really hope it's just like powdered sugar or something.
I failed it. But why wouldn't he believe me? He's a cop. I told a cop some guy tried to sell me drugs. He needs to investigate it.
Well, ma'am, you must be new here. We don't actually care that much about drugs on the station, so it's kind of fine.
Well, this station sucks. And that's
you're
the
welcome.
truth.
You're welcome to leave.
She would like to speak to a manager.
That's right. I'm gonna go full Karen, and then I'm gonna roll for Karen. Oh
right.
Man. Well, so I turned to Hank.
Yes, Captain.
They're about to go find the engineer welded in place and the Matorb gone. What do we need to do? Do we need to blow up the space station too? I mean, I'm open to suggestions now.
Well, I mean, that's an option.
They apparently don't care about drugs. We ought to remember that for if we have any more Tears of the Gods to offload.
Right?
Kyan shudders a little bit.
Well, you don't hear
You're
that.
not there.
He doesn't even know why.
Yeah, he doesn't even know why. He just psychically he picked that one up.
Your psionics kick in and you just know something bad's happening. About this time, Liliana, make a perception roll.
Oh no. I think I've failed every single one today.
You have, I think.
Okay, 12, and perception is 11. Fail by 1.
I was going to say, I think we've collectively failed every roll since I got us out of the security situation.
Oh.
So, Kyan, when you tried to tell Liliana to get back to the ship, all you hear is boop, 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 boop. I'm going to get your autograph. Oh, I want to get your autograph. Oh, I am so good. And then the line goes dead. She apparently answered the communicator like with her butt, but she didn't actually hear it ring, so she never held it up to her ear to talk.
She butt answered.
Totally.
Kyan, did you get hold of Liliana?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you give me the hover gurney? I'll go back to the ship, and why don't you go play bodyguard and drag her out?
He's really worried about because he wants to do the medical thing, but he trusts Rico, so he's going to do it.
I mean, I can probably put him in our cryopod temporarily.
Like, he hesitates for a second, but then he realizes he's talking to Rico, and he trusts her, so he's going.
Okay, perfect. I don't think it's going to take you very long, and we're very nearly back to the Optimism now, so it's not going to take me very long to get him to our med bay.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so she's going back to the ship.
So Rico gets the Matorb back to the med bay, easy peasy. Kyan, you are big and buff, and you look like security, so you are able to get into the club and extract Liliana easily enough. Liliana, do you willingly go with him once he gets to you and is telling you to go back to the ship?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, very good, very good. So you guys are taken care of. And then Rory and Hank, are you returning to the ship, or was there something else you wanted to try to do?
I don't know that there's anything we can do at this point. Do we see told Damar get back onto the ship?
You saw him turn the corner into the cargo bay, and he's heading towards the ship.
I turned to Hank. Should we just get out of here?
Yes, Captain.
So then I hurry back to the ship.
I follow.
All of you meet back in the medical bay of the ship. The Matorb is there. Rico's put him in the cryopod. Is that right?
If you look like that was what he was in need of, I don't know.
Well, let's just say you brought him into the med bay on the hover gurney, and his vitals seem to be getting stronger, so you probably just left him there.
He's probably just left him there then, yeah.
Yeah, he seems good.
Maybe
and so all of you...
IV fluids, paracetamol, you know. Sorry, Tylenol. I think that's what we call it.
Yeah. What weird space medicine did you say? Okay, so all of you, the whole gang gathers together in the med bay after this adventure. And as you're all about to have a conversation about how everything is gone, all of a sudden, all of your communicators start playing, we will rock you, psh, rock you, psh. And Shipcom says, this is your midnight alarm that you set earlier. we will rock you.
Alarm off. Please and thank you.
And for the TV show, this is where we fade to black.
Next time on Cautious Optimism.
We're gonna go wake up this Matorb, find out his story.
I was assaulted. What happened to the guys that attacked me?
Sounds like because it was outside of the League territory, they have more than just Bratom people conducting the hunts. That's problematic.
How about if I asked Johnny Lee to take the Cautious Optimism, hide it in the shipwreck meteor belt that is circling the station?
You've been listening to As the Dice Roll. The As the Dice Roll intro music is The Soap Opera by James Bowers. You can find and license his music through Pond5 at pond5.com. All the rest of the music in this episode is by Darren Curtis and can be found at darrencurtismusic.com. The opening voiceover is by our very own Rob Sometimes. You can find his podcast at comicbox.libsyn.com. And the As the Dice Roll logo was created by Maricel Edwards. Check out her book No Great Matter at msedwards.com. As the Dice Roll is a proud member of the Geek to Geek Media Network. Check out other Geek to Geek shows, streams, and content at geektogeekmedia.com. If you'd like to contact the show, you can send an email to podcast@asthedicerollcast.com. Individual players and GMs' social media can be found on our website at asthedicerollcast.com.